What up, YouTube? This is Damnation, and today I'm actually going to talk about something I find rather serious in the world of Magic the Gathering and collecting. I know I have subscribers that are probably waiting for mystery boxes and stuff like that, but mystery box openings for Airsoft, but I haven't gotten one lately. So, but I do have. I will be getting one soon, hopefully. But on the other hand, but in the world of Magic, there's a huge collector's market for the Black Lotus, for instance, and the Power 9, etc., etc. But of course, as you can tell, I'm on eBay right now, and we're gonna do a search. So we're gonna go. Black Lotus. Yeah, so as you can, it's gonna load up, and fix this. Yeah, so as you can tell, we got repack. So let's see. Of course, this is actually a pretty famous one. That is actually a good buy for a 10 graded 10 Magic the Gathering. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're actually going to talk about something else here, completely different. We're going to talk about the ungraded Black Lotus. Okay, so here we got a Magic the Gathering Beta OOP Black Lotus going for $6,000, which is about right. And then of course you got this one Alpha, that is actually not correct. And then you got like a beta or an unlimited Black Lotus for 3,000, and you got more graded cards and stuff like that. And of course, a graded one, graded one, graded one. But what I'm seeing is here we got an unlimited one for $5,000. Now that's a little over the price for a card. I mean, same with that $3,000 one. $3,000 for an unlimited Black Lotus. I mean, yeah, it's autographed, and it's autographed by the person who died, so, or by the artist. Now that's understandable for that one because I think he did pass away not that long ago. But $5,000 for an unlimited Black Lotus. And we're gonna go to this one. Now this is ungraded, and you can, see, we got a graded one. I don't want to further scroll down, but we're going to use this as an example here. Alright, this is an ungraded one. Alright, they're asking for $5,000 for an ungraded one. And when you click onto it, you can see around the edges, it is not all that great of a condition. And you look on the front, and, it kind of looks nice. But, in the world of Magic the Gathering and collecting in general, condition is everything. All right. Now, since the beta black, let me get out of this picture. So, since the unlimited is kind of third edition and is kind of not really shoot, okay, I'll have to take care of that. But it's not really it's more common than the beta and the alpha. So of course now here we got beta Black Lotus near mint, blah blah blah, 11,000. Now that price is way too much for a beta Black Lotus. Now the reason that is because it is ungraded. Now if this was graded at like maybe I don't know, I think I saw 7 going for quite a bit of money, quite a bit more. At 9.5, it's going for 30. That's collector's edition. Yeah, 9.5 on 37. Look at 7.5 Alpha Black Lotus 12. Grading actually makes a quite an impressive part on the number. Now, 11 grand for an ungraded, that is just ridiculous right there. I mean, you just saw a graded 10 Black Lotus going for 125,000. Graded 10. That is just ridiculous. And of course, you know, you got this beta one, 12 grand. Okay, so by this comparison, the Black Lotus beta, near mint, Magic the Gathering card. And we're going to look at the condition a little bit because, you know, I can tell by that, of course, is because of the picture pixelation on it. I mean, it looks pretty good, in pretty damn good condition. But the problem is people are going by the prices on eBay here and saying, "Oh, look, $3,500 for a unlimited Black Lotus." No, that's actually not the correct price for a beta, or for an unlimited or a Black Lotus. Look at this. Look at this one. Yeah, this is Black Lotus. 5 grand for a beat up beta Black Lotus. Now look at the condition on this. Like I said, condition is everything when it comes to these cards. Alright, so when you see prices like this on eBay, it just makes you disgusted when it's not graded. I mean, this is understandable. Beta, 12 grand, a 9. Alright? But when you got a pretty common one here, as you can tell, we flipped through this and there's a lot more of the unlimiteds than the betas and the alphas, right? So we're going to talk about pricing these now. Now, this one, of course, I wouldn't spend 5 grand on this one. I would give the guy like maybe $500 for this beat up piece of crap card. I'm not going to show the seller, but that just proves the point on the condition. All right. Now this is open market, blah blah blah. But when it comes to like this card right here, okay, this is the good one that we found. This card is not $11,000 card because it is not graded. The pricing on this card is $5,000 to $6,000. That is a good price for an ungraded beta Black Lotus. Now, of course, then the alpha would be $4,000 to $5,000. All right, and then the unlimited is, I wouldn't say $3,000 because it's unlimited. It's pretty common. I'd say around maybe $2,500 to maybe about $2,500, a top price for that. All right, I'm not giving it a low price because unlimited is kind of weird like that. Maybe so $2,500 for an unlimited Black Lotus is more than fair price. Now, I did message a seller on one of these. Can't remember who. See, look, now this one's a PSA graded. All right, the grading doesn't have a grading. It's just authentic, blah blah blah, altered. Okay, so that's probably why it doesn't have a grading number. But since it's an altered one, it doesn't have a grading and number on it. This isn't really worth the 4 grand. And this would be normal price of maybe $2,500. Now, if that was a graded 9, an unaltered one or whatever, what have you, that would be, you know, a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 card. Here we got another Black Lotus 9. Okay, that's a good price for it. That is too expensive because condition, like we said, condition is everything. So if you flow through this, you see, look at around the edges. That is not in great condition. Ask for an asking price of $33,250. All right, I mean, it's just kind of insane. You know, here we got a signed Black Lotus. He's offering pretty good price, but it's not autographed by, I think it was Christopher for it or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. So when you're collecting cards like this, when you're selecting loose cards that ain't graded, you're gonna be ripped off, basically. All these cards, you know, you wouldn't buy them, nothing. I mean, like I said, this one is a $500 card. I mean, it's beat the shit. It's played heavy. And that just goes to show, like, how, you know, if everybody remembers the video of the guy opening up in a near mint condition Black Lotus out of a booster box or booster pack, etc., and stuff like that. He kind of screwed the market up. All right, it's been 5 years since Black Lotus was under $5,000. All right, 5 years since a Black Lotus, when you can get a Black Lotus for under $5,000. Since it's been 5 years, there is no reason for a dramatic increase for a price like that. It's sad how how collecting stuff like this is just gone to crap because of one video, people think their cards are worth more than what they want. All right, because the $3,000 price, that's like an alpha Black Lotus right there. Not a beat up one as like this would be, because if it was a beat up one like that, an alpha Black Lotus wouldn't be that price. It'd be $200, let's say, instead of $3,000 for maybe kind of beat up one and stuff like that. But it goes back to condition, and that's why getting your cards graded. If they get this card graded, they can ask for these $3,500 prices and stuff like that, or $3,000 prices and $4,000 price. I wouldn't pay $4,000 for an altered one though. That is a little ridiculous. If it, like I said, if it was a 9, if it was a 6, you could ask 4 or something like that. That's reasonable. But if it's like it said altered, that means it was cut on the edges and stuff like that, made it look nice. They caught on and wrote it altered, so that means the value of that card is not $4,250. And it's pretty sad. I mean, you look at this. It's all right. It's a 9 Black Lotus. He's asking $13,000. Now, when it comes to collecting cards, graded cards, you look at who is grading. Now, $13,000 or $14,000 or what have you for a 9. That is actually a pretty nice deal. Now, it is by Beckett, which is phenomenal because if you don't know, Beckett is actually one of the best things you could get for a graded card. Any graded card, really. Or BSG. BSG is, I believe, is Beckett. Yeah, Beckett. Okay. So Beckett is tops for when you're getting your cards graded. I own a lot of graded hockey cards, which that is probably another topic for another video, by the way. I plan on doing more collecting videos, but oh, that's why. First, but yeah, 9. That's not too bad. It's by the artist who died. It's autographed by him. It's graded 9.5, which is really decent, and it is by Beckett again. And they are the premier to get your graded. So when you're buying these cards, like this one, don't buy it at that price because you're getting ripped off, royally ripped off. This is a $5,000 to $6,000 card on condition, all right? And that is not an opinion. That is a fact when you're collecting. These people are just basically ripping people off for that price. Like I said, it's been 5 years since the Black Lotus was under $5,000 in price. So the price, there should be no price jump of $10,000 with these cards. These are Magic cards. And as you can tell, we're seeing a lot of them on here, meaning their price shouldn't be relatively high. And if I'm repeating myself, it's just because, it is disgusting to see. Look at here. Okay, here's another example. This is a unlimited Black Lotus. Now, you can see the condition is terrible for this card. I mean, it's sad. I mean, the back is kind of nice, but you can see it's been played, and there's grease that is actually from oil. The things around the card for oil from your hands, being shuffled and touched and stuff like that. Your oil from the hands gets stuck to the edge of the cards, and that picks up just a fuzz, and it kind of sticks to the cards. But $4,000. This is not a $4,000 card. This is maybe $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 card. Maybe. Actually, the condition is terrible, so I wouldn't even pay that. I'd pay like $1,000. He's asking for almost $5,000 for an unlimited Black Lotus, which is basically about the price for a very good conditioned alpha, a low-end beta. And I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, if I get comments and I get new followers and subscribers because of this, and you're calling me out in my things, I'm not trying, I'm just proving my point and how these cards are, like, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, like, he's asking $5,000. I mean, this card isn't in the best condition for a $5,000 card. Now, this would be a top, $2,500 card at best. I mean, $2,500 for an unlimited is probably the max. I mean, I remember you can get unlimited for like $800 5 years ago. All right, I mean, the jump doesn't jump that high when it comes to unlimited because, like I said, it is pretty common. I mean, we're throwing through this, and we're seeing unlimited graded, unlimited ungraded, unlimited ungraded. It's unlimited ungraded. I mean, what's that tell you? That is not that uncommon for an unlimited beta or an unlimited alpha. But when you got like, let's see what you got, 13 for a graded, that's a good price. $9,000 for an alpha Black Lotus. I'm sorry, that is just ridiculous for that card. And you see the condition. You got stripes. That's from sleeves. The stripes, those are from sleeves. Putting it in sleeves and stuff like that. And the edges are from being out of sleeves and being shuffled and stuff like that. So it's a shame that they're asking that much, because this card right here in this condition, I mean, like I said, it's under beta, which is $5,000 to $6,000 card. You're looking at maybe $3,500, because you can take a half off, so $3,000 to $4,000 with the condition, $3,500. This is an ungraded card. So that just goes to show, like here, an alpha 8.5, that is a decent price for an 8.5. Now, I get an alpha when you can get a beta for 13, for less price than that. I mean, that just goes to show what the market is like, is being flooded with these cards. Now, they are a great, if you can get one for, a better price than what these people are asking for this card, hey, be my guest. All right, I mean, look at this, $6,000 for 10 empty starter decks, empty display, and a Black Lotus. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And it's been 5 years now. Okay, I sold mine for like $6,000. I had one. I sold mine $6,000 5 years ago, and everybody probably be like, "Oh, you should have done that. You should have done that. You should have waited 5 years." I didn't want to wait 5 years. I had stuff that I wanted to do, and real life stuff. I didn't want to hold on to that card anymore. But what have you? My brother has a beta Black Lotus. He got it when in the early '90s for like $200. He got it for a birthday gift. I mean, that, and he's had it ever since, and he still has it today, and that is awesome. Here we go. Beta Black Lotus, artifact 1/1, autographed, 5,000, which it's beat up. So you're looking at the low end of the spectrum. You're looking at, I'd maybe give him 1,500, but since it has the autograph of the artist Christopher, I'd say 2,000 would be a decent price for this card. Actually, I mean, this is kind of beat up more than the other one, but like I said, 1,000, 1,500 to 2,000. All right, $1,000 to $2,000 just because of the autograph. but the autograph, I mean, the card looks like crap. Not as bad as the other one that we saw. Okay, so then we're going to go on. I mean, that is a unlimited 7,009 with the autograph. Okay, that is a good price to. I mean, that is a decent price, but the problem with this one is, it's an unlimited. We saw a bunch of them. The problem with this price is they should ask for 6,000 something. It'd still be a decent price. And of course, 3,000. This is, I mean, Black Lotus is a $2,500 card, not a $3,900, almost $4,000 card. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And I hope, when collecting cards, condition is everything. It is literally everything. That's why when, let's say you buy this card. Okay, I clicked it and it's on the screen here. You buy this card. Okay, let's say if this was a reasonable price, say with the condition, I'd say $1,500. All right, put it right in the middle, from $1,000 to $2,000. All right, or $2,500. So maybe. All right, so we go $1,500 to $2,000, $2,500. So this would kind of be like on the lower end, maybe $1,900 to buy this card, if this person had it right. But of course, it's eBay, so the whole market is just crap for buying this stuff at a decent price. But okay, anyways, back on the condition is everything. So let's say this was a decent price, and you picked it up, okay, and you send it to get graded from Beckett. I'd say Beckett would be probably your best bet to get it graded, because Beckett is one of the top, card pricing companies in the world. All right, so they hold a lot of weight in their value. And PSA is, decent. I would like take half of the price off, or not half, a quarter of the price or something like that. So let's say, when you get this graded at a 9 and it turns into from a, let's say $1,900 card to a $4,000 card, okay? Now, if you get PSA, I'd say, 4,000 to, 3,500. Take $500 off of it if you do PSA. Only because Beckett tracks all this stuff, and they, I don't know. But that's just my opinion about between PSA and Beckett. I mean, if people want to do PSA and they think it's the same price as Beckett, that's on them to do that. But, the pricing on the cards aren't my opinion. It is fact, I mean, it's happening in comic book world too. I'm not going to get into that. I'll get into that in another video. But, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, $8,000 for a Black Lotus slightly played. Okay, that for this card is, a $6,000 card. Okay, slightly played. I mean, condition is everything. And when you go to purchase this, you purchase this stuff, you have to think of that. And since all of this is just way over the price, there should be no reason for anybody to buy these cards unless they are graded. Now here's an example. Okay, $7,000 for an 8. That is pretty decent. Now it is in, since it's italicized numbers, that usually means it's in pounds or Canadian. Okay, so approximately $5,000 US. That is a decent price to get this card at right now. It is an 8 for $5,000. That is a good price. This is a good pickup, because will increase in price from that to that Canadian. I mean, that is a good card, actually. That is a really good price for an 8 for a beta, unlimited Black Lotus. That is, and it's Beckett too, so that will hold a good while value. But, I mean, that's another good price because it is autographed. But, I don't know. I mean, it's not my opinion. It is fact about these cards, and the asking prices are just unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I mean, it's just crazy what these people want for these cards. And oh, here's another one. Okay, 11,000. So you just saw 11,000 when you can get a $5,000 one, an 8 for an 8. I mean, this is oh, it's beta. That's why. Sorry. But especially on Magic cards, collecting is, or the condition on Magic cards is one of the most important things you can do. A slightly paid, that's another $6,000 card. He's adding $3,000 onto it. I mean, come on, people. A Black Lotus English, condition-wise. Look at, there's a crease right down the. There's a crease right there. You see that? Oop. See that crease? That's from being shuffled. That's from being shuffled. You can tell. This is from all being shuffled. That is not $5,000. That is like a low graded card. I mean, it's just It's just mind blowing about how these cards are. I mean, look at this. Okay, $10,000. Australian, 7,000. All right, and you just saw one of these in Canadian going for 5 as a U.S. graded 8. Now this is a terrible condition. I mean, you can ask lower for that. But they're not going to. These people are not going to. I saw one ungraded from Dave and Adam's Card World on here, and they were asking $30,000 for one. I mean, that is just ridiculous. The only ones that have any form of value are the graded ones. To ask for that price, anything that is not graded is a $5,000 to $6,000 card in beta. For 3 to 4 in alpha, and $1,500 to $2,500 in unlimited. And the reason why I say $2,500 is because I'm going to give leeway here between $2,500 and $3,000. The reason why I give the leeway is because it has to be just straight out of the box, unlimited pack. But that's just what I have to say about collecting these cards. I have like I said, I have collected these cards since the 90s or the 93s and stuff like that, and I still have some, a pretty decent amount of decks. And when I stopped collecting, when I sold my cards 5 years ago, I was done with it. I didn't want to do anymore. I wanted to do my other hobbies. I sold my cards for decent prices. Now that we're 5 years later, the decent prices still stand. It's just, people are upping their prices because of one video. And everybody probably knows what video it is. And they kind of ruined the market for this stuff. And it's sad, really sad. And especially the boxes. You're trying to buy a box, you're not going to spend $40,000 on it. And I mean, this just needs to be fixed. And I hope as collectors abroad and Magic players, we can fix this market, because this not only hurts older cards, this hurts the newer cards coming out as far as value and collecting, and which sucks, because if you're a collector and you buy a box for $100 and you get a lot of cool rares and some of the pricier ones, that card isn't going to be worth. The market is not going to be as good as it should be, but it is up to us players, up to us collectors, to make these prices to be fixed. I mean, this is the price of an Alpha Black Lotus, for Christ's sakes. And people are like, people are probably gonna flame me, be like, oh, that's your own opinion. No, it's not my own opinion. That's just how this card game is. I mean, $4,000 for an altered Black Lotus. What's up? So, alright, so let's try to fix this. And I urge people not to buy their cards from eBay. just do not do it, because this is a giant ripoff. And except for maybe the graded ones. The graded ones are pretty on par, but if they're not graded, do not buy them. Just stay away from eBay for buying cards. It is disgusting. Private market is, is fair deals. And what sucks is these people are going to go out to the private markets, buy them cards, put them on eBay for double or triple the money, which is sad. It is ruining the hobby very badly for collectors. But let's try to do this as a fan base. But that is all the time I got, and I hope we can do this. If I get good reviews, I hope I do, because I hope people agree with me that these prices are outrageous for these cards. I mean, I understand they're pieces of paper, but these cards from the 93 now are important to some people, because they got people to get. People have memories of this stuff. I mean, I remember when I got my first cards, I was 90, so it was unlimited, and I don't remember what came after unlimited. But I have fond memories of playing with my brother, playing with my uncle. When I was in my teenage or high school years, I went to the local hobby shop. I played there. We played Three-Headed Giant, Stronghold. If you don't know what those games are very fun multiplayer Magic the Gathering card games. So they're memories, but these prices are just overbearing, and it is sickening. I actually told one of these, I don't remember who it was, but I told one of these people, "Oh, we paid $33,000 for it," and I was like, "Man, you guys got ripped off." He's like, "No," and I was like, "Yeah, you did, royally ripped off." And yeah, I mean, like I said, there was that one beat the shit. Yeah, I can say shit. Or beat the hell, however you want to put it. I can say shit if I want to. It's my YouTube. Haha. But, yeah, this one. This just beat the hell. There's a bent corner. Corners are, it's heavy played. I mean, $5,000. That's sad. Really sad. I'd give the guy $500, maybe $200 just to take it off his hands and set it on fire to give it a good burial. But I hope a lot of people agree with me with this, because we are I don't do Magic the Gathering collecting anymore. I actually sold all my cards because it's not fun with the playing these days, because people play to win in tournament. It is just terrible. But yeah, I hope I hope a lot of people like my video. And if as a collector of many different things, I have a huge hockey collection, which I'll probably do in another video here, maybe this week. I don't know. But yeah, it's just hard to do. I mean, yeah, and it's not, like I said, it's not an opinion. It's a fact about these prices of cards. And if you don't agree with me, that's your opinion on it, not a fact. Because the fact remains, because of one video, everything is screwed up with the pricing except for the graded cards, which astounds me that he can get some good deals. I mean, a Beckett Black Lotus 9, I mean, that is a good deal. It's not as good as, or yeah, then maybe that's a kind of good deal, because if you look from this to like rated 10, right there, that is a fair price for rated 10. But hopefully as a collective we can bring the prices back to a manageable collector's standpoint, because Black Lotus, $6,000, almost $7,000. Now, if I was to buy this at $7,000, I'd send it to get graded right away. But there's that. I mean, you're not looking at I mean, that's not too bad. I'd get that. I'd get it graded, and I'd sell it for, 11,000 for that card. So I mean, you can make money on that right there if you get it graded. In the alpha, yeah. But when you're looking for cards like this, you have to look at the quality of the card, the condition of the card. The condition of the card. Like there's a slight tear on the bottom. The edges aren't. Well, what he has it on kind of throws the edges off, but the edges look amazing except for on top. The coloring doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's just collecting these cards. But that's probably all the time I got. I mean, I'm running almost 30 minutes in my other video and 6 minutes into this one, and I've noticed that if views are longer, people tend to draw off. But that is my video, and I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope I get good feedback. If I get bad feedback, I'll probably just delete you or ignore you, because I don't want to hear, oh, you're wrong, when the fact remains that the prices are overblown on these cards. They are. That is just fact. I mean, 11 grand for an ungraded, 3 grand for an ungraded, 4 grand for an altered, ungraded. I'd consider this as ungraded because it says altered in there and there's no graded price. Or graded number. 3 grand for an ungraded. But, I hope, I mean, that's just the fact. I mean, these are ungraded. I mean, and unlimited, as you were scrolling through this, there's a lot of unlimited, meaning the price of this card isn't the value of it, meaning there's a lot of them out there. I mean, that's a graded. Low graded, but it's graded. So it's probably a fair price. Let's check that one out. Altered, yeah, see that? Altered, not graded. That is a ripoff for an ungraded altered card. That's power9.com, by the way. I mean, ungraded. So, yeah. So not seeing that and seeing the graded, and me personally, like I said, I know I'm a collector, so I know what grading is. But that's it. I hope you enjoy the video. Like I said before, I keep trying to end the video, but I can't help it because I'm so frustrated. But if you want to debate me on this, I really don't do debating because I think it's pitiful and stupid to try to force fact on opinions about collecting. But, of course I'm going to get the, oh, this is wrong and this is wrong and you got that all wrong, blah, blah, blah. But, I hope you all enjoy it, and I will see y'all next video. And I think the next video I will be doing maybe hockey cards. I'll do hockey cards. I don't do football or baseball and stuff like that, but football, baseball are pretty much on par with hockey, except for the fact that the only company that does them is Upper Deck. And we'll get into that when we get there. But thanks for watching.